Do you want to go into broiler farming and you are wondering if the resources available to you will be enough to raise the number of birds you want? Or you are wondering, is it even possible to calculate the amount of feed to raise your birds from the first week to 6 weeks? It is very, very possible. In this video, I'll be showing you how to calculate the amount of feed needed to raise any number of birds you want to between week 1 to 6 weeks. Hey friends, if we haven't met, my name is OJ. I have been into poultry farming since 2020. In this channel, we show you how to maximize profit in poultry farming through creativity. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so very much for checking out my videos. Okay, in this calculation, I'll be using 300 birds because in my last batch, I just disposed 300 birds. Okay, I'll be using the number of birds I'll be using for this calculation, that is 300. So our assumption or our known fact is that one bag of feed, whether starter or finisher, is equivalent to 25 kg, okay? And 1 kilogram is equivalent to 1000 grams, okay? Use of super starter feed, okay, and then we'll also be making use of finisher feed, okay. Now in week 1, that is one bed, we consume 0.16 kilogram feed. So if I'm raising 300 birds, like I said, this would be 0.167 kilogram of feed that one bird will consume, then multiplied by the number of birds I'm raising. In this case, I said 300. Okay, 300. Okay, this is equivalent to 50.1 kilogram of feed. I will approximate this approximately 50 kg of starter or super starter crumble. Okay, 50 kg, as we know, converting to number of bags now, 50 kg will be 50, that's 50 kilogram of feed that the 300 birds will consume in 1 week, divided by 25. Remember, 25 kg is the amount of feed in a bag of feed in Nigeria as of today. So by this division, this will be equal to 2 bags. In other words, 2 bags of super starter feed. In other words, within that first week, they will consume 2 bags of feed. That's for the first 1 week. Is it okay? Week 2. Okay. In week 2, each bird is going to consume 0.375 kg of feed. Now you may be wondering, how did I come about this constant 0.167, 0.375? No, this were derived from the breeder's documentation manual. In other words, they have already experimented with this feed, carry out their research on them. Okay, in a week, this is what this broiler can consume. In 2 weeks, this is what it can consume. So that's how come about this constant you are seeing. In week 2, 300 birds is going to 300 birds will be consuming 0.375 kg multiplied by the number of birds we are raising. That's 300. This will be equal to 112.5 kilogram of feed. That's what 300 birds will be needing in week 2. So converting this to the number of bags now, the number of bags, this will be converting to number of bags, converting to number of bags. This will be equal to 112.5 divided by 25. Remember, this 25 you are seeing here is the 25 kg of feed. So we want to convert it to bags. So this will give me 4.5 bags. This is equal to 4.5 bags of feed. In this case, we are still considering super starter because it will stop at a certain week. That's week 4. 4.5 bags of super starter feed. Remember, I use crumble, I don't use mash. Okay, in our week 3, each bed will be needing 0.65 kilogram of feed. Okay, if each bed needs 0.65 kilogram of starter feed, then 300 beds will be needing 0.65 kg and multiplied by 300. So this will be equal to 195 kg of feed. Okay, again, converting to number of bags of feed. Okay, this will give me 195 kilogram of feed divided by 25. Remember, 25 kg is the weight of one bag of feed in the country. Okay, kg. So this will equal to 7.8 bags of feed. Okay, now this 7.8, now normally what I do in this case, now this is a little lower than 8 bags, so I approximate to 8 bags. Okay, approximately 8 bags. Okay, that's for week 3. Okay, now week 4, each bed will be consuming 0.945 kilogram of feed. That's one bed. So for 300 beds, this will be 0.945 kg. That's what one bed will consume. Then multiplied by 300. This will be equal to, let's go back, 283.5 kilogram of feed. Okay, now converting this to number of feed, this will give me 283.5 kg. That's what we calculated, divided by 25. Again, this 25 is the weight of one bag of feed in Nigeria. So in your country, it could be 50 kg, but whatever the weight of a bag of feed is in your country is what you use to divide this. Okay, now this division turns out to be, this equal to 11.34 bags. Okay, now this is normally, if I have this kind of calculation, I approximate it to 11.5. Though you may not need to do that, because when you add all the bags together, you arrive at it, a certain number. We'll get to that. Okay, now week what week are we now? That's week 5 now. Okay, week 5, each bed will consume 1.215 kilogram of feed. That's one broiler will consume 1.215 kg in throughout that week 5. Okay, but now for 300 beds, they will consume 1.215 kilogram multiplied by this 300. Could be any number of beds you are raising. I'm just using this in my case because the last batch I raised, it was 300. So I want to show you the number of bags that I used to raise that bed to 6 weeks. That's the essence of this calculation. Anybody can do it. It's a very simple one. Okay, now since each bed needs 1.215 kilogram of feed, then 300 beds will be needing, this times 300 will be needing, okay, this equal to 364.5 kilogram of feed. Okay, now converting this to number of bags, converting to number of bags. Okay, this will be equal to 364.5 kilogram divided by 25 kilogram. This is equal to 14.58 bags of feed. Okay, now remember, we are in what now? Week 5. This is 14. Okay, this 14.58 bags of finisher. Okay, now week 6 again. Now week 6, each bed will be needing 1 point feed. That's 1.434. Okay, I don't want to approximate to 1 decimal place. Okay, 1.434 kilogram of feed. That's what each bed will need. So for our 300, that will be 1.434 kilogram of feed that one bed will need. Then multiply by 300. Again, this 300 is the number of beds you are raising. I know at a time maybe you experience some mortality from day one. This number could reduce maybe to like 290 something, even to 300. I know when you get your day-old chicks, there is always, at times they give you 51 in a carton instead of 50. So if you take care of them well, the best way, so maybe you have 1 or 2 mortality at the end, you could get like 303 left. In my case, I had 303 at second week, third week. Okay, this equals to 430.2 kg. Okay, now converting to number of bags, converting to number of bags. This is equal to 430.2 kg divided by 25 kg. This is equal to 17.2 bags of finisher. Now that's till 2 weeks 6. Now the next thing we'll do now is to calculate how many bags of starter feed did I spend, how many bags of finisher feed did I spend. So we go back. Okay, number of finisher, let's just scroll up. Okay, at week 1 the birds consumed 50 kg. That's 2 bags of super starter crumble. Okay, that's 2 bags week 1. Week 1, 2 bags. Week 1, that's week 1, that's 2 bags. Week 2, we got let's go back again. Week 2, that's week 2, we got week 2 was 4.5 bags. Week 3, 8 bags. Okay, 4.5 bags. Okay, week 3, this 8 bags. Okay, then week 4. Because in this my batch, I stopped feeding super starter at week 4. So let's see week 4, what did we get? Week 4, okay, week 4, okay, we got 11.34 bags. Okay, 11.34 bags. Okay, now how many the total, so the number of bags of super starter crumble that I used now, the number of bags of super starter crumble. Okay, crumble is equal to, the number of bags of super starter crumble is equal to, then use the summation of week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4. In my case, that's 2 plus 4.5 plus 8, 2 plus 4.5 plus 8 plus 11.34. Okay, this is equal to 25.84 bags. Okay, now normally you approximate this figure. This 25.84 is almost 26 bags. So in my case, I used this approximately 26 bags of super starter crumble. Okay, that's what I use up to 4 weeks. Now I'm giving out what I used in this my batch is Broiler Professional Starter. It really gave me a very good result. At the time I raised that batch, a bag of that Broiler Super Starter Crumble, that's professional, was being sold for 27,000. 27, a bag of feed, a bag of Broiler professional, okay, professional starter was sold for 27,000 naira. Okay, now this amount to 702,000 was what I spent in buying this feed. Okay, 702,000 naira. Okay, now let's calculate for the finisher. At week 4 going to week 5, I switched to finisher. Okay, now finisher, that's week 5. We calculated week 5. Okay, week 5. Okay, we calculated how many bags? 14.58 bags of finisher. Okay, while at week 6 we calculated 17.2. That is 14. Let me see. Week 5, 14.58 plus 17.2. 14.58. That's what we got bags at week 5. Week 6 we got 17. Let me check again. 17.2 bags. Okay, 0.2 bags. Okay, now the total bags of feed, total finisher, it was equal to 14.58 plus 17.2. This is equal to 31.78 bags. This is approximately 32 bags of Broiler professional finisher. Okay, now the total amount spent on finisher was as at that time where I bought the feed, they said the price for the finisher and the starter were the same, so I bought that too at 27,200, because as at that time of the finisher, at that finisher stage, they've already added to the price of the feed. Okay, 870,400, 1100. Okay, 400. Okay, now total amount spent. The total amount spent to raise 300 broilers. 300 broilers to total amount spent on feed Not because the price of day-old chick is not here, the price of medication and vaccination is not here, the price of heating, that's charcoal and all that, they are not here. So we are concentrating on feed, the price of feed in this video. Okay, the total amount spent on feed to raise 300 broilers to 6 weeks, okay, is equal to 702,000 plus 870, and that is 1 million. That is 1,572,400 naira. So this was what I spent on feed alone. Okay, now I promised I was going to share the medication that I used. So that's the next thing I will talk about. Remember, as at the time I raised that bed, a day-old chick was being sold for 1,400 because it was a Christmas batch. Okay, now the next thing we'll be talking about now is the medication that I used. Normally from day one, as soon as the chicks arrive, what you should give them is glucose in their water for the next 2 to 3 hours. So once you are done with that, you can continue with multivitamin that same day, or preferably the next day, to give multivitamins. Okay, now the next thing you do from that day one, remember to give them strength. That's the essence of that glucose in their water, because of the transportation stress they've already undergone. Okay, and from day 2 to day 6, you give broad spectrum antibiotics and multivitamins. Normally what I do, I don't, because there are some combination of multivitamins and antibiotic 2 in 1. I don't do that. I buy them separately, because there are times I may need to give antibiotics without multivitamins, or I need to give multivitamins without antibiotics. So that will help me. From day 7, you vaccinate against gumboro. At day 14, you give Lasota against Newcastle disease. Then from day 16 to 20, I give anticoccidiosis. There are so many drugs available for anticoccidiosis. You can get a very good one and it will work. The one I used was Cosifor. Is it Cosifor? Yeah, that's the name. And it's very, very effective. Then at day 21, day 14, I gave Lasota. I've said that. Then day 21, I gave the second dose of Gumboro. Then day 24 to 26, I gave anti-CROD. What I used was the Tylodos with Metalo. They were very, very effective. In my other batch, I've also tried the cough stop, and that has always really, really been effective as well. Though it's cheaper than Tylodos, it was very, very effective. Day 32, day 34, I repeated antibiotics again. Now, for those days that I didn't mention in this medication, I give plain water. Plain water was what I gave in those days. Okay. That will be all for this video. If you find this video helpful, kindly hit the subscribe button, like and comment in the comment section below, as this will go a long way in helping me to grow my channel and reach a larger audience. Thank you.